Why are New York City neighborhoods sometimes renamed?
Sometimes New York City goes through these little phases where they try to rebrand neighborhoods. Now, most of you are probably familiar with the neighborhood called Hell's Kitchen. I'm gonna use this as an example in this video. Hell's Kitchen, at one point in time in history, got its name because it was a really, really bad neighborhood, hence Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen now, today, is trendy, and there's tons of new development, new construction going on in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I myself used to live in Hell's Kitchen. New York City as a whole, and a lot of these buildings that started to build in Hell's Kitchen, didn't like being referred to as Hell's Kitchen. They felt like it was affecting the value of the homes, and they weren't able to get as much of a premium as they could if they had another name. So they tried to rebrand Hell's Kitchen as Clinton. That was the name of the neighborhood. You might even see on some maps, if you look at where Hell's Kitchen is, Clinton comes up. Some people watching this video might not even know that Hell's Kitchen ever was called Clinton. Real estate wise, I remember so many people trying to get on board to use the name Clinton, but it just never stuck. Honestly, I don't know. Hell's Kitchen kind of gives it a little bit of a badass name. I don't hate Hell's Kitchen. I understand that it came from a place in history where the neighborhood was really, really not a good neighborhood to live in, but now it's a great neighborhood and they have some really, really great buildings there. But this is an example of a neighborhood that tried to rebrand. Let me give you an example of another one in Brooklyn. I've been hearing a lot of people refer to the neighborhood west of Cobble Hill as Cobble Hill West. This neighborhood is actually officially called the Columbia Street Waterfront District. It's a very, very small neighborhood in Brooklyn, but it's trying to be basically rebranded. This has just been really some real estate agents and some developers locally that have been trying to do this. It might catch on one day. A lot of real estate agents and developers are kind of using this term, and it's very, very new, but it might catch on. And I actually kind of like it. It is technically west of Cobble Hill, and everybody in Brooklyn knows that Cobble Hill is a very nice neighborhood. So why wouldn't the neighborhood next door, who's trying to be more up and coming, why wouldn't they try to tag onto that name? It makes sense. So this is an example of New York City neighborhoods trying to basically rebrand themselves with a whole new marketing campaign.